Hey,
Queens.
Hey, Queens. Thank you for tuning in for another episode.
Yes.
Episode 8 of Just Flow with Allie and SJ. I'm Allie.
I'm SJ.
And we're so happy for you to tune in.
As always, the purpose of our podcast and our community is to share self-love and the pursuit of self-evolution. And so we're very excited to share with you our episode 8 wonderful mystery guest.
Yes. We're once again so excited for you guys to meet this wonderful woman. So we're going to bring her on. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm already excited looking at
I know.
thinking about who we're going to bring.
Yes. So I guess 1, 2, 3.
Wait, we're so happy for you to be here.
Hi.
You're glowing.
Yeah, you're so beautiful. I'm like, wow.
I think it's symbolic that there's sunflower behind you.
I have little space buns.
Yeah.
It's a vibe, honestly. I want to take a picture of you. So we have here China.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you sharing this time with us and letting us pick your brain on your journey. Sunju, do you want to touch on our connection with China?
Yes. So I met China in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And we met through a mutual connection. And I think I met you one time when we they had a work thing. So we all got brunch. But then after that, I feel like we became closer because there was this one time where we were hanging at a park and it was just so organic, you know, every time we hung out, we would always have adventures. It's like when I hang out with Allie, it's we just have adventures.
Yeah.
Point A to point Z,
We
point
just go off of vibes.
And so we just, became close from that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And this is my first time meeting China, and I'm just very happy to talk to her because Sunju always has wonderful things to say about you
And wonderful things to say about you as well.
So we're finally meeting.
Right.
So just as I am getting to know China, you all will be knowing her as well. And I hope you're ready for these questions that we have for you. But
hopefully.
we're not gonna be too nosy. But yeah, we'd like to, open up our show by asking our guests, who are you? It's who is China outside of what you do and the usual labels that we go through life with? Who are you? You could best describe yourself.
Best describe myself?
Mm-hmm.
I am...
And it's okay to take your time.
Yes. Many words are
Yeah, because we can always edit, so take your time.
I'm definitely... I'm an elephant.
I'm
for sure an elephant.
That's your spirit animal?
Yeah, I'm an elephant.
Nice.
I have been on a very long journey in my short years of life, and I don't feel exhausted. I feel like elephants are like that. They go on very long journeys. They know how to persevere and almost manage their resources in a way when they travel. And I feel like that's definitely my energy. I'm very good at managing my resources as I go through my struggles.
Right.
That's a beautiful perspective. I don't think anyone has ever described themselves
with an animal.
Yeah.
You're the first guest to share a spirit animal. It's very personal and deep.
Yes,
They're
I love it.
I don't know. I feel like they're such a good reflection for metaphors or adages or things of life. You know?
We could. I feel like when you observe an animal, especially a great one like elephants, you can learn a lot from just how they're able to survive and exist.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and they're just pretty. Too.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm pretty.
No, I mean, it's not a thing. You are.
You are.
So yeah, thank you for sharing that. So with that being said, we also like to do a little icebreaker on Being to Flow. And that's when we share our social media posts of the week where, it doesn't have to be funny, sad, whatever. It's just something that speaks to you. And so with you being our guest for today, we would like for you to describe your meme. And then once again, we'll have that on our YouTube for those who are watching us visually, and just touch on why, you chose that for today to share with us, if you have one.
If I have one. Yeah, I actually only posted posted once on social media this week.
Oh.
But it was like a meme of this little girl, and she was like dancing to City Girls, and it was like my inner child be like, and she was really getting it. Like she was like,
oh,
she was like, move out my way, like she got really like about it. And then it like flashed to like these kids, and they were dancing to Glorilla on top of a car. And it was like 8 kids, and the lady that was recording it was just like, okay,
yes,
like, do that,
yes.
But yeah, the little things that my inner child be like, and I really feel like that's me. Like for sure, my inner child always just be like doing the Raven Simone dance, like
no shame, just going hard, having fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm. Even
it's like a wake up. It's like a wake up post.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like hey, salute.
Yeah. I hopped out of bed after that. I was like, yeah, I'm ready now.
Yeah. I know that's right. Let me just shimmy Harlem Shake my way through the day.
Like it's funner to just dance to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Just to drag yourself out of bed. Mm-hmm. Just have fun, guys.
To the bathroom.
Yeah, I love it. And once again, we'll add that to our YouTube video so you guys can see.
Yeah, it was on Trap Witch. I love her like dumps.
Oh,
she does like these zodiac dumps of just like different memes or different things that she makes and like compiles together. And this one was for like Aquarius.
Oh yeah, you know what? I do love those astrology meme pages.
Yeah, they be so good.
Oh my god, those are my favorite.
So yeah. So in my opinion, she's my favorite so far.
I'm gonna check her out. I haven't heard about her, so I'm gonna check her out. I always love a good meme page.
I was gonna say, don't you have your favorite? It's like something.
Oh, Electra Soul.
Yeah,
Electra Soul 444.
We all have those. We all have those IG accounts.
What's yours?
I don't have one. I need to find mine.
Maybe it could be one of ours.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
I think it's a blend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever we send her.
Yep. They're the best.
Yeah. Also, we'll link that too, so you guys can like laugh. Anyways, Sunju, what is your post?
So I have 2, but I'll bring one. So I have, it's kind of cute, I want to work on my side. I want to work on myself with you by my side. Aww. And I want you to work on yourself with me by your side. Life isn't easy. Let's do this together. So I feel like this is a shout out to everyone in my community, or just like people that support me, because I feel like life isn't easy, like we're all practicing life. And I mean, I have those moments where I wake up and it's kind of like Groundhog Day. I'm like, it's like again.
Yeah. We feel like a routine.
But then I'm like, wait, the
like
universe.
Show. Yeah.
But then I'm like, wait, the universe must have like placed me here because I have some things to learn or like things to help people with.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
I think it's like a good kind of like post for me to help me realize like you're not alone.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're overthinking, you're like, am I alone? But
yeah. You're not. Lean into community. And I just feel like that's where a lot of people, they get that. For me, I had that realization, like, in order for us to be where we're at in the society today, it took community.
Yeah.
It took people relying on each other for society to progress forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those times I'm just like, oh, it's me against the world. I'm just like, I can't think like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to get too far just relying and betting on myself. I need to help and like pour energy into others, especially when when I'm low energy.
Yes.
You know? So I totally get that.
And I feel like another aspect of why I like this post is like sometimes like I learned the hard way. People think like if you choose to be in an intimate relationship, like in mainstream culture too, it kind of persuades you to be prone to critiquing the person in the relationship. When in reality, it's like you should give them the space for them to work on themselves.
Yeah.
And take that space and power to work on yourself.
Yeah.
It should never be like this always external facing criticism or focus on the other person.
Yeah.
And I feel like even in mainstream culture, we're always so easy to be like, he's this, he's that, or she's this, she's that. But it's like, what's the energy purpose of focusing on those kind of words, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like your meme was really on theme for this month of February, because it's like the love month. So yeah. Loving on one another.
You know?
Yeah. Self-love. So
Yeah, of course. Wait, Allie, what's your meme to
say,
flow?
what's
We're
yours?
both curious.
thank you. Okay. This is my favorite meme right now. One of my other favorite meme accounts on Instagram is My Therapist Says. And there's this one meme that says, my ancestors who survived wars and famines watching me practice yes before unmuting on Zoom. And it's a picture of a guy in the sky looking very displeased. And I will show that on the screen. We were talking about it earlier because here I am at my work from home job crying, and my people were out in the sun facing a lot of trauma, and here I am, you know, benefiting from the progression that has happened, but also crying because someone was stern with me via email. So it puts it in perspective. And it's also Black History Month, so just a reminder.
There's so much history and lineage.
Yeah, it's about when you think life is so hard, not to devalue your struggle, but just think about where you came from. Yes. Like, I know I have social anxiety, and here I am practicing how I'm going to say yes to this one question on this team meeting.
It's like know your power, know everything that happened, you know?
Yeah. And like a lot of this stuff, like social anxiety, even though it is a very important thing, a very big thing that impacts a lot of people, that you know, something that we can all work on overcoming in different ways, and don't fall into the trap of thinking life is so hard. Because I want to say, for me personally, a lot of my problems can be champagne problems. So that's another reminder.
Champagne problems.
Champagne first world problems. So this meme just reminded me of that, and that's why I liked it.
I didn't even know that was like
Yes. So I am grateful for my job, but sometimes it be stressing me out.
As they do. They like to.
Yeah.
They like to stress
Corporate
out.
America is something.
What do you do?
I'm in clinical research.
Okay.
Yeah, so I work in that realm, and for a little, well, not a startup anymore. So yeah, and negotiations. So. Just got a promotion, so I'm very happy. Even though this episode will come out a little later, I'm very proud of myself for working on that. Yeah.
Congrats,
super
cute.
Thank you. That's fabulous. Here for the bag. Here for the bag. Here for the title.
Okay, and I know my ancestors are proud of me.
You get that title.
I'm doing it. I'm doing a little something. I came a long way.
That's great.
But yeah. So that was our segment. Thank you both.
Of course.
For sharing. And once again, we'll have those memes for our visual viewers on YouTube. So comment, like, subscribe.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So, China, thank you so much for coming on our show. We always like to start with one question, which is, what does self-love mean for you? I mean, we apologize because the first question is, who is China? It was already getting deep. And then now it's like, what does self-love mean for you? As I look into your eyes.
I know.
Self-love is I suppose no fear.
Wow.
Just no fear.
Wow. Yeah, because you trust yourself. You trust that you are able to accomplish what you desire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trust that, like, I am operating from a place of well intent. Like, I'm
Intention.
I'm doing what I feel is necessary for me to, like, move about in this world healthily and happily. And, you know, that's my birthright. That's what I'm doing. And, you know, no shade to whatever else is going on, you know. But I think it's just having no fear all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that goes into, cause I believe you're an actress, correct?
Yes, I am.
And I know this could be a very intimidating field for most people. And like you talk to older people, it's like, what did you want to be when you grow up? An actress. I didn't think I was this enough, or I didn't get the big chance. What keeps you like moving forward and wanting to pursue such a field that people have so much like things to say about, or no?
Well, the funny thing about me acting is something I started recently.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I grew up performing as a kid. I went to an arts high school.
Okay.
I did a lot of cheer and, you know, dance team, things like that. So I've always been, like, on the stage.
And that stuff like helped you with your confidence, right?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I've had some moments where it broke my confidence, definitely.
Okay.
And I didn't feel like I could continue. So I definitely understand as an artist, that's easy to happen, you know, and I feel like every artist goes through it at some point. You just kind of have to find your way out of it. And interestingly enough, I got back into dancing through working in the strip club. I worked in the strip club for like 5 or 6 years.
Interesting.
And it like put me back into dancing in a way I didn't expect.
Wow.
And through that, and like performing in New York City, I started doing like go-go dancing, performing at House of Yes, just like meeting people. And then that's how I got into acting. But I think because art has been such a staple in my life, whether it was on the stage or off the stage, I think knowing what it's done for me keeps me going even though it's hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Wait, could you repeat that? Knowing what it's done for me.
Knowing what art has done for me, like, helps me to keep going through the hard times.
Yeah.
That is so profound. No, really though.
Whenever I have conversations with Esther, she's just so cute. She's like a little doll. She just cracks me up. Like, it just cracks me up.
No, but
She really savors it. Yeah.
No, but I really mean it because I'm like, I will say, when you mention like it's me versus you, me versus me, it's like sometimes like when I get really into a spiral, I forget what that has done for me.
Yeah.
Like the arts and like being with loved ones, like you forget that when you're in a moment of darkness. So I feel like what you said is so powerful. It's like, don't give up.
And that also, when you touched on like how you came to this point and like the different phases that you went through, that makes me think about my current situation. Where I'm like, right now I'm in corporate America, but this is not something I want to be in for the rest of my life, even though I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to. I'm trying to just keep reminding myself, despite the benefits and the money, I have to focus on what is my ultimate goal. And like I shared in the previous episode, is to own a farm and like learn off the land. So when you talk about, you went to stripping and go-go dancing, how did you like what kept you grounded in knowing that this is not something, this is just a stop on the journey and not the end? Because I know like these things could bring a lot of benefits and like, a lot of great things. So how does that, even like my parents and family, they didn't want me to work in college because they didn't want me to get distracted by the money of working and to stop my college education. So, what are some things and tips for people out there to not let that be their end point and to keep going?
Well,
if that makes sense.
yes, it does.
Yeah.
I guess I don't. Like
If you have it,
advice, but
yeah.
all I can say is on my end, like,
Uh-huh.
you know, I went through like many phases in my life as far as like going to college, stripping, you know, doing different things. But I would say I just always, I often did what I wanted.
Okay.
And I think by just doing what I wanted, it made me at least feel somewhat good about the situation I was in. And it was able to like, I was able to sit down and be like, okay, this is cool, but I think I need to do X, Y, and Z. Or like, okay, this is cool, but it's time to move, you know?
Oh, you knew.
I feel like I always just did what I wanted, and I wasn't afraid to like change something. So I feel like as long as you're not afraid to change something, it doesn't really matter what you're doing at that moment.
That's really good.
You know?
It's a really great definition of self-evolution.
Yeah. Because fear does stop us a lot. And that's why I was sharing with you guys earlier. That's something I'm trying to teach the younger people in my family. Like, do not let fear of judgment, fear of failure stop you.
Right.
Because that's something that really impacted me as I progressed. A lot of fear. I'm just like, I look back. And I know you don't want to live life with regret. I'm just like, dang, I wish, like, that fear I had was here. It wasn't real.
Yeah, it wasn't
you know
real.
what I'm saying? So it's really interesting.
Yeah.
And I feel like also like it makes sense too why you could be in that state of worrying, because our society is so hard on when you choose to not follow a linear path.
Right.
Whether it be what you dress, what you prefer, what you like to eat, like what lifestyle you choose. It's like if in any moment it's a bit different or unconventional or not the mainstream way, there's so many eyes or comments disapproving of your lifestyle, but at the end of the day, we're all non-linear.
Yeah. And like you said, you know what you want out of this life.
Yes,
And
you
that doesn't
chose.
define you, whatever you're doing at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's all like how you get to wherever one is supposed to go. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you don't really, or one doesn't attain anything if they don't change something.
Wow.
You know? I feel like you got to change things sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what about acting appealed you? Like, what's something about acting that really like drew you into it?
Ooh. Something about acting. Wow. You know, it's funny because it never crossed my mind that I would be an actress. It actually surprised me. But now that I'm in it, no, it truly surprised me. I really didn't think it was a thing. But now that I'm doing it, and I can kind of see why, you know, I work well as an actress. But I think it's because I really enjoy people, and not even just being around them, but I really just enjoy them in all their like ways and eccentricities.
Yeah.
And ways of life. Like, I'm very fascinated by ways of being.
Yeah.
Just the way different people exist.
You're very curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on like where you're from, what your culture is, you know, what's expected of you, like, and just how different people move about the world. But yeah, I love that with acting, you can put all those things into one. Like, I can kind of put all my curiosities and questions and like imaginative
And
things.
that helps you get into character and stuff. Nice.
Like, sometimes I see people and I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna do tonight when they get home. Like, I wonder, what do? They sit in front of their TV, cross-legged.
I do that in the airport.
Like, down to the every little thing.
Yeah.
It fascinates me.
Like, when are you gonna touch your hair? When are you gonna, do this to your friend? You know?
That's me at the airport. I'm always like, at the airport,
love
like,
that.
where is everybody
Keep
going?
watching.
Airports are the best. I love sitting at the airport bar with my martini. That's the only time I drink martinis. Is when I'm at the airport and I sit there and I just watch them and I just like imagine like, okay, so where are they going? What are they gonna do when they get there? Who are they meeting? Who are they with? Are they traveling alone?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just look at their luggage and be like, oh, that's a Toomey luggage. Okay, so they have a little money. Okay, so
oh my gosh, I do that too.
Maybe it's business. Maybe it's a little business and pleasure.
Like I'm walking
so
to my terminal and I see like where the flight is going. Like, what is it? Arkansas.
Who's going there? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
And what are they gonna do when they get there? Like,
you know,
what does that airport look like? I'm telling you, I can go for days.
Oh my gosh.
So fascinating.
Yeah. No, it's just like, especially like recently, I was traveling on a Monday morning and it was so packed.
Packed on a Monday AM?
Yeah, and TSA was so backed up. I'm just like, where's everybody going?
Where are they coming from?
On this Monday.
What is this special day?
You're like, I'm traveling, but why is everybody else traveling?
Right. It's just like
how rude of them to almost miss my flight for being here at the airport.
I love it. It's so
yeah, I love the
amazing.
airport. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I love the airport more than like the plane. Like I love the airport so much. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh,
the different foods, the different shops, and then I love the souvenirs.
Me too. I love a little magnet moment. Yes.
The airport. I love the airport, but it also stresses me out because I always get something thrown away in TSA. It's like, dang, I didn't realize I had my
like shampoo or something,
or this Poland Spring bottle that I bought in the bodega on the way.
I've become a great packer. I'm not gonna
really.
I've become a very good packer. Yeah.
I'm still working on it. Continuing on like this topic of like how you're showing up in the world and you know how you're going through this journey. What is your advice to the viewers on in terms of like finding stuff that speaks to you or like self-discovery? Like no pressure at all.
This is just my thinking phase.
Yeah.
Everything in poor taste. Yeah, it's something a really great director said to me once.
What is it?
Everything in poor taste.
I never heard that one before.
Just try it all.
Yeah.
And if you suck at it,
everything
now you know you suck at it.
Taste. Yeah, like, I get it now. Like, why the high taste?
Why the high taste?
Yeah.
You don't even know if you like it yet.
Yes.
Or you probably don't even know that much about it to even have developed a taste yet.
And you don't have to commit.
And you don't have to commit.
Yeah.
You just have to try it in poor taste. And then if it doesn't work, scrap it or rearrange it.
I'm going to take that page out of your book.
It's now like a sticky on her room.
Yeah.
Everything in poor taste.
Yeah, because you get like wrapped up into like what works for you. And it's like, even when you tell people, oh, let's try this place. Like, or even I do it sometimes like, oh, I don't like such and such. How do you know if you don't like such and such if you never tried it? You know, it's like, okay, life is meant to be like experience and not just close yourself off from certain opportunities just because, you know, what you may hear from other people. Because your experience can be totally different.
Totally different, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Everything in poor taste.
Yes. And I feel like also I was going to say it's like everything in poor taste and there's a beauty in experiencing the poor taste. You know what I mean? Like life is not always like the most high or the most 100% like, you know?
Yeah.
But then I think like nowadays I feel like there's like sometimes like fixation with like everything has to be pretty, everything has to be cute, everything has to be,
it's exhausting,
you know, like everything has to be
aesthetic.
picture perfect.
It's so exhausting.
Oh my
but it's
gosh.
like have poor taste, like
yeah,
like, you know.
Like when we went to Atlanta, and we were looking for a particular type of restaurant to just like sit in, have a catch-up combo, you know, have some good wine. And like every place we went to, it was like hookah and trap music.
Sounds like Atlanta.
And it's not
sounds like
that's a vibe.
And lamb chops.
Yes. And that's, you know, that's the vibe. That's one way of vibing, right? But it just wasn't the vibe we were looking for. But instead of like,
no, I'm laughing because I remember
this was ridiculous. We went to like 4 different places,
and it's like every place looks different.
Okay?
And then we walk in, and it's the same.
Same menu. Red velvet chicken and waffles. Yo, the red velvet batter is tired. The chicken is tired.
And why do I want to smoke hookah while I'm eating chicken wings? Me personally, like, but
That is
whatever.
not the Atlanta I remember growing up in.
Listen,
I don't know what happened while I was gone away in college.
I'm here for it because when we went to lunch, it was cute, it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah.
But then when it was
Every
like a different-
night?
yeah, it was like okay, right? But we still just like made it fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all should hit me
Just
up.
tried it out,
try it
sat
out.
there,
Yeah.
laughed
Yes.
about it,
Yes.
and then you just move on.
Yes.
I feel like we get kind of hung up on
Yeah.
Picture
something not going
perfect.
right.
And let
Yes.
things turn you off. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. That is something I remember growing up. I used to be like, dang, I was such a brat. Like if something didn't
We
go
all
my
have
way.
those moments.
If something didn't go my way, if somebody did something on my birthday didn't like that was it. Like end of
No,
happiness.
we all had those moments. Like if you didn't get that sweater you wanted.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You made your parents' life hell, and it's like, dang, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Go back in
Yeah.
time and want to
We
slap the older girl.
apologize.
But yeah, don't let little just. How would you say?
Make the most out of it.
You just
You
make
know?
the most out of your situation.
Yeah,
And don't harp
just try
on.
it regardless. I think.
Don't harp on
Yes.
what's missing.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't harp on what's missing.
'Cause sometimes shit's just missing. I think. Yeah.
It's just missing.
It's just missing. It'll maybe be somewhere else. I don't know.
We love it. We love it. Okay, so that was good. I think this is a good time to transition to the card game.
Yes.
Oh, there's a game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little
Are you ready,
icebreaker.
Shanna? I think so.
So we're gonna pick 3 cards,
Okay.
and out of the 3 cards, you can choose your favorite one and choose. Should we answer that card or should we ask someone else to answer?
Wait, so I pick 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from that one, you could answer yourself or ask someone in the room.
Ah.
Yeah, you pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we all go.
Yeah. We love your nails again.
Thank you. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Wow.
Is it good?
Oh, actually, I accidentally picked 4, but I won't read that 4th one. Or maybe people won't think it's funny. I do. I think it's funny.
That's all that matters.
That is nice. Okay, so the question is, what's the funniest way that you have been injured? And
What happened?
I think it's funny. I fell off the pole like when I
Oh.
was dancing. See, people don't think it's funny, but I think it's funny. It happens to most strippers. Like it happens to most, exotic performers, and we laugh about it. But when you have your like pole moment and you fall off, but yeah,
Was it high or?
Yes, it was semi-high.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what happened afterwards?
I just had like a little soreness in my neck and
Oh
like my
my
back.
God.
And like,
That is
yeah,
so
but
serious.
it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
That's like that girl in Miami that fell from that. Remember that video?
That's what I'm saying. Like it happens to us all. It really
Yeah.
does. It's like a rite of passage. Like you fall, you get it off the table, and you like live to strip another day. You really do. Like the show goes on. But
Yeah.
I literally like had a little bit too much to drink because back when
yeah.
I first started stripping, like I would drink a little bit more than I needed to. But then eventually I got it under control.
Was it to calm the nerves?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just easier.
Yeah.
You just are
I get
easy
it.
to deal with the shit, right?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So I had a little too much to drink, and I was going to like pole dancing class at the time, so I was like learning some new tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to try out my tricks.
On center stage.
But I was sober in pole class, and I was not sober at the club. But anyways, I'm doing my tricks, and I'm like getting money. There's money all over the stage. I'm like, yes, my tricks are hitting. And then I tried to like do the little thing up at the top, and my leg just completely missed.
Oh
and I just
my
came
God.
straight
Did it
down
feel
my
like
back.
slow motion?
It did feel a little slow motion. It's funny that you say that because in P Valley, when Mercedes actually hurt herself and she fell off the pole, like the director of that episode like slowed it down and made everything slow motion because it does feel like slow motion.
Yeah.
It really does. It, like I felt I could hear my breath.
That's crazy how our body does
I'm
that.
falling. Yeah,
I guess it's like to help us brace for impact.
I guess. I don't know.
Because you're still here to tell the tale. Because that is crazy.
So those slow-mos in movies and shows.
It's very
I
real.
think it's the brain. Yeah. Low-key.
Well, I'm glad you're all right.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
You look, listen, you.
Were you able to dance for the rest of the night, or did you have to throw in a towel?
I finished my set.
Oh, period.
Love.
I know that's right. You're like,
What am I gonna do? It's worth.
You make the most out of what you have.
Money
like
is
it's worth
still to be made.
Listen, and I feel like it's worse to run away from it. Like
Exactly.
it's better to just be like, I felt.
How was everybody's reaction? It was like, oh,
Yeah, it was like, oh, like.
record scratch.
But I just popped up and I kept twerking. I was like, no, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I shall rise.
I love the perseverance. Wow.
Afterwards, I was in the dressing room like, damn, bitch, I failed. Like,
You know what? You just gotta take the L and move on.
yeah, you have to move on. Mm-hmm.
That's something I just took. I just took that on my life. I'm just like, can I just harp on these L's I be taking?
Like, I have so many embarrassed moments. I think that's why when you go to the older people and you're like, auntie or aunt, grandma, like, I went through this, and then they're like, mm-hmm. You know, like,
Yeah.
they have no face reaction.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, my boyfriend did this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My friend did this.
It's a part of life.
Because they just seen it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, okay.
exactly.
Like, you'll live.
I am really tired of.
What are you gonna say?
Cause like I be having my moments like when I'm first of all, I'm just now appreciating 8 hours of sleep, right?
Yeah.
But I'm appreciating it's not really happening for me. Cause when I be falling asleep, I remember some embarrassing ish that happened in middle school.
Wait, I can relate.
In college, when I got blacked out drunk or something.
Oh my God.
Keeps me up for 2 hours.
Okay.
Has my heart racing.
Wait, why is that so relatable? And I feel like I was gonna say, I feel like also as you're like raising your vibrations and raising your frequency, you look down and you're like,
Oh my gosh.
like I did that? No.
And it's crazy because I do that, like, okay, now this is happening. And in a year's time, I look back and it's like, ugh, why did I do that? You know, it's like, each time I think I'm doing better, a year goes by and it's like, oh, why did I say that out loud? Or why did I do my makeup like that? Who told me to do that?
It's down to like all the little things.
Yeah, but.
Everything in poor taste.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, like, as soon as you said, it's like, okay, when you're raising, trying to be, but that just comes with it, right?
It just comes with it. Like as you raise your vibration, it comes with it.
Yeah, like, as you get older, for the most part, we're getting better with time. And then you look back and it's like, okay, I could have went about this a different way, but it's okay. You gotta give yourself grace too.
Yeah,
like,
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's so true. And I feel like after you reflect, and I agree with you, there are those nights you're like, like you'll just be like having dinner with people and you're like, and then you start glitching like, glitching. And then your friends are like, what are you thinking about? Oh, you're like, nothing.
I'm in 2004.
oh my God.
Nothing.
Like this one time at work in a meeting.
Yeah.
I turned off I needed to burp.
Yeah.
I turned off my camera and I burped. But in that moment, I was like, if I turn off my camera, the sound is off too. But the microphone was full blast. It was on. Everybody heard the burp and it was like an awkward pause. And that happened first month of my new job. And that's something took a couple months for me to live down.
What?
But at least no one said anything about it. But
That's funny though.
It came from the deep belly. It was nothing cute about that burp.
I always say, if I would laugh at a child, then it's funny. Because honestly, we let kids do everything, and then we don't give ourselves any permission to do anything.
Like we're all comedians.
Like,
We're all comedians.
it's funny. It's funny. I think it's funny.
Oh, thank you. I can sleep well at night now, but
Yeah.
It's been shared, you know.
sometimes it makes me work. Okay, I had to get over the fact that people not telling you how embarrassing something was is to help you, and not. That just made me mad. Like, why did anyone say anything? Like, Allison, why did you just burp just now? But everyone just kept moving forward, and that's fine. Like, you just kept, you kept dancing.
I would have laughed and then went on to the next point on the agenda.
We had to keep our
It was like an awkward pause on the Zoom, and it's like, okay,
They were probably laughing.
the train keeps going.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward.
Oh my God. Thank you guys for affirming everything
Yeah.
completely okay.
That's funny.
Okay, so I want to ask you this. They're like, oh, you're Allison? Like, yeah. Who
Why
else
the
am I
eyebrow? Why the eyebrow?
Who am I supposed to be? Like, they don't believe me. My name is Allison.
I get that too.
But yeah, back to
The
Sinjin.
Starbucks people. The Starbucks
Uber
people.
drivers.
They be so judgmental. Oh my
They're
God.
like, you're Sam. You're.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I believe it's a black Allison in this world.
Like, that's what I pictured.
But so after laughing it off,
Yeah.
I'm thinking it would be Nabi.
Oh.
Yes,
I love it.
So Nabi means butterfly in Korean.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like when you shared with us like elephant, I feel like for me it's either owl or a butterfly, or owl or a butterfly. And I feel like for me, like I really appreciate the like what you shared about elephants, like the elements of a butterfly, because for me, like I was just speaking with my mom about this a few days ago, where like I also, similar to like a lot of people that may be like listening, or I didn't really have like a perfect past, or I didn't have like, what I mean by past is like I saw different things, or I experienced different things where it may not be the ideal. It was not picture perfect. That's why I really appreciate butterflies, because I feel like it represents transformation.
Yeah.
Like,
even you have a tattoo on.
yes,
Yeah, butterfly tattoo.
Yes, because I feel like it's like you still have a chance of transformation, walking on roses, and being surrounded by love and light. And like one of the things that my mom said to me was that, and like I'll share two things. Like one thing that really helped me that my mom said was that, like, you know, God always, or, you know, the universe always is there for you. Because, you know, with people and humanity, there could be past pains. There could be misunderstanding. And it kind of weighs on you at times, right? But at the end of the day, like, I don't believe universe is evil. Like, I don't believe this is evil, you know? Like, you can't say some people's choice to be mean is mean. But it's something that my mom said, and a really great friend of mine said as well, that always grounds me to realize, like, every day is a new chance for transformation.
Yeah, and it's like also to that is, but a big thing is not taking everything so personal.
Yeah.
Because someone like your friend, maybe you're around your friend and they may not be the bubbly person they are. Instead of you thinking, oh, it must be me, or they're being fake. Maybe like there's something going on in their life.
Yeah, just ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for answering that. Very insightful. Interesting.
So Allison, two of the cards are like sports related. I don't know why. So I'm gonna ask the third card that's not sports related, which is, when was the last time that you completely, quote unquote, lost it?
Oh, lost it in what sense? There needs to be more context.
It's ambiguous.
When I lost it, when Rihanna performed. If I don't even want to show y'all the video, but I've been Navy. I've been part of the Navy since I was 9.
Since you were 9?
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Rihanna literally raised me. And I love every part of her. Definitely part of that demographic who just cannot accept the fact that we might never have an album.
Right.
Which I understand. I'm knowing Rihanna's story, like money was not making her money. I mean, music wasn't making her money, and I get it. I get it. But Riri, please. If
you're
give us another work at least. Just hum. Just hum.
I'm good.
But it's okay. So I completely lost it seeing her perform. I was screaming. Me and my sister-in-law were all screaming, dancing. That 13 minutes at the Super Bowl gave me enough. But A$AP Rocky, please let Rihanna exist. You know, separate a little bit, and so we can have a tour, an album. But just putting that out there, Rihanna, if you ever see this, which you probably won't, but it's okay. So that's the last time I lost it, because that just made me so happy. I love Rihanna and Rihanna's music. I was going in. I was doing all the dances that she couldn't do. I appreciate her special guest, which is very Caribbean of her. Because she told
her special guest.
She kept saying she's having a special guest, and she popped out pregnant. Her fetus, her baby, was the special guest. I'm like, that's a very Caribbean auntie thing to do. We were all in my house saying, okay, she's gonna bring out Jay-Z,
right,
Drake, maybe A$AP Rocky. It was her whole baby.
Special guest.
Oh, that's cute.
It is. It is. But I love her regardless, even if we're never getting an album again or a tour. But it's okay. It's kind of accept it. I'm probably going to talk about it in therapy. It's all right. So that was the last time I lost this. So I'm very happy. Yes, thank you.
Still, uncovering how we, continue with our self-evolution. What are some ways in which you stay grounded as you continue on with your art journey?
Even the day-to-day, inconveniences. Like, we live in New York City. Like, it's constant annoyance.
No, it is constant. And I work in nightlife, so.
Yeah.
Well, I dibble and I dabble, and sometimes I, come in and out of it, but spirituality is a big thing for me. I think there's, a lot of cute little lessons in there, and I have a Bible, I have a Quran, I have the Bhagavad Gita.
You did always pass it out in the subway.
On the subway. They're useful.
Shout out to the subway people.
Shout out to the subway Hindus. And, just different books on Buddhism and stuff. And I'm not out here no Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I'm not I'm not
subscribe to one thing.
Yeah, or I don't know. I guess I'm just not heavily a heavy practitioner.
Okay.
But I do find that the teachings are useful
to
when I'm in
ground you.
times of stress.
Yeah, you take it. You take it when you need it.
Exactly. I
love
take
it
it when I need it. Yeah.
Nice. Spirituality.
That is so true, because when I was going through something, you see, that's why Allie and you are such good friends, because she is such a wonderful friend, because Allie just sends me passages from the Bible.
Yeah.
And it would be in those times where I'm really going through something.
You needed a word. Yeah.
And then what she sends me, I'm like, wow, it grounds you. The
does.
power of words. Especially when it's really powerful scriptures, it
really resonates with your soul.
Exactly.
I think so.
So your spirituality, a lot of inner work.
Yeah, I mean, just words, I think. Stories, you read a story, because I feel like that's all they are. And you're able to see something in a different perspective, or, I was going through mad stuff, with my job and school, just... I'm tired, my weeks are long. And I play this game with my Bible where I'm like, okay, let me just close my eyes and see what happens. And where I'm going to open it. And so at first it was the end of a chapter. So I was like, okay, let me just finish reading this chapter and turn the page. And I turned the page and it's the beginning of Job. And I was like, okay, Spirit,
wow,
here I am again with Job. There was 2 pages down. It was one of the corners was earmarked. So I was like, okay, I've been here before. And I've had a dark time. And Spirit was remember Job.
So the story of Job is what you always refer back to.
Not on purpose, but it's just it's come up 3 or 4 times where I just needed to kind of hear it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Just be reminded of okay.
I love that.
All right.
I hope somebody will take that.
And try it out.
Yeah, because that's really beautiful. It's following Spirit. You're allowing Spirit to take over instead of
guide you.
Instead of you just thinking, I'm just going to pick what's worked for me right now. So that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
And like, what are our closing questions? What would you tell yourself 5 years ago?
My 5 years ago self?
Yeah, your 5-year advice.
She's a funny girl. My 5 years ago self, I would just say, wow, what would I say? I would probably say don't sweat it. Mm-hmm. Don't sweat it. Like, just stop sweating things. I think I'm a very thorough person. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I'm always trying to make sure that, like, this is fitting right. This person is happy. This is okay. This happened in this time, you know? And I think sometimes I just don't need to be sweating shit. Like, you know, it just kind of is what it is.
Don't sweat it.
Everything always works out the way it needs to.
And if you kind of feel like something isn't working, still don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Just change it.
Yeah.
And don't sweat it.
Just take it as it comes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know for me, this year I told myself I no longer identify with stress. I don't experience that emotion.
Living a hard life, I don't resonate.
Yeah, soft girl life.
Yeah, for real. For real.
So that's beautiful. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want our viewers to, is there anything that you want to promote? Any platforms, anything? If you don't have anything, completely understand.
Yeah, I mean, if they know any agents, send them my way. But other than that, no, I don't really have anything to promote. My Instagram is like for my friends and shit. So,
anonymous. Yeah. We love it. Okay, that's so great. Thank you so much,
Thank
China.
You, ladies. It was fun.
Thank you. Once again, follow us on Instagram at justflowwithas. Also on TikTok with that same handle, and on YouTube, Just Flow with Ali and SJ. And you can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify at Just
All
Flow.
The things.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta go do the rundown.
They're
link
there.
in bio.
Listen.
Link in bio. And once again, if you see China, say what up or don't. I remember seeing this girl on YouTube. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.